I'm going to show you how I open a durian with no tools, no knife or anything. Now keep in mind, this is not a very fresh durian. This is one that has been frozen and thawed. But I want to show you a little trick that I've learned in opening this thing. Okay, I've removed the plastic mesh here, and here is the here's the spiky fruit. Now, if you know anything about durian, you know how painful it is to get hit with these spikes. You see what I'm doing though? What I'm doing is I'm locating the lumps on the fruit where it protrudes out. Here's one right here where it sticks out. There's one right here. And what happens is in the very middle of these lumps is a seam. You can't see it, but it's there. And if you can find it and separate it, then you can separate that particular module and split it fairly effortlessly and get the fruit out. Now there's that wonderful durian smell. Phew. But you see how I did that? I found the seam in the hump, and then I just pried my way in and then just pulled it apart. Now if I was using both hands I could easily do this, but I'm going to find another one here so I can show you again. Here's another bump on this side. So I'm going to look around. I'm just going to move some of these little spikes back and forth and see if I hit it. There, I found it. I hit it the first time. It's right in the middle of the seam. You find it and you can just pull it apart just like that. Let me see if I can find another one for you. See, what's nice is when these are frozen and then they're thawed out, the husk is so much softer to deal with, but than when they're not. Let me get a bowl. This stuff is starting to stink up my kitchen. But here's the fruit. It's very soft. Smells like rotten onions to me. There's a little pit on the inside, a little seed. This is the good stuff that my wife likes. If any of you have an Asian wife, this is one of the things that they miss. Is this stinky durian fruit. But anyways, here is, and once you get it open, these just come right out. Now make sure that when you, if it's frozen, you buy it frozen at the Asian store, make sure it is completely thawed out or you are just going to have a bad time opening this thing. Okay, turn it over, see if I can locate another bump. Here's a bump right here. Let's see, I'll pry a little bit. See if I can find, there it is. See, just pulled it apart, and now, boom, just separate it. No tools, no knives, no machete, no power equipment like I used to do. I used to get my circulating, or my reciprocal saw out and go to town on this thing, and then I'd make a mess of everything. But no more. I got it down now. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? Just comes apart. I don't know how she can eat this stinky stuff. And then there's the husk right there. Make sure there's no more. And that one, there's not. This one has more in it. See, and also, once you get it open too, you, in the very end right here, you can use that to find the seam to open it. And believe me, it helps tremendously for this to be pre-frozen and then thawed out, because that husk is a lot softer. But even if it was fresh, if you locate that part that's right in the very middle of the bump, you should be able to separate it fairly easy. And that's how I do it. Now I would recommend that you double Ziploc bag this and then put it in a Tupperware dish, unless you want to stink up your refrigerator for the next 2 weeks. But there it is. That's how I do durian. Open durian for my wife. Very simple. And no more cuts. Nothing. And I even did this one-handed. So, hope it helps. Enjoy.